Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to our live day trading pre-market analysis on this wild Wednesday, May the 19th, 2021. Glad to have you guys. Glad to see you. Hopefully your option expiration week has gotten off to a good start. To be honest with you, the market has not been moving that much. Really, there were very few opportunity the last Monday and Tuesday, but that's about to change. For those who have been here with us for a while, we have talked about, based on our experience on the successful trade alert, that when we don't see movement on Mondays and Wednesday and Tuesday, rather early in the week, it starts itself off for further action. Today's action is brought to you courtesy of I think the cryptocurrency, because at least, I mean, every single time that the market is doing a certain thing, specifically, let's say on the downside, the pundits need to find a reason why such and such is happening. So today, we will spend a little bit on time on here. I know maybe in the past I have not focused on crypto that much, but you know our motto here, right? How do we make money trading options? We trade whatever is moving. So cryptos happen to be moving, and we have done it in the past. Like, we went all the way to creating a watch list, a mini watch list of crypto orientated stock. So let's spend some time on here. I'm going to share the inside of my Power E trade, just go through the option chain for some of those, because hey, at this stage, they definitely, Bitcoin is down until I'm mistaken on here. Bitcoin is down minus 28%. The news came in from China yesterday that the Chinese government was cracking down on anything related to Bitcoin and platform to provide trading and settlement of all of those things. Basically, this is not new. They're just reinforcing the ban. So this has sent the crypto world tumbling this morning. I'm looking at here on my investing.com app. On my phone, Bitcoin is down minus 28% at 33K. This is some, if I'm looking at this chart here, the 1 month chart, folks, the recent high was at 58K, 58,000. And right now is trading at 33,000. So how can you and I take advantage of this movement, right? Because we have stock, anything, commodities, whatever is moving and is optionable, we can trade it. So there are certain stock definitely that's optionable, and that trade according to the movement of the cryptocurrencies. One such stock, the most recent one, it's Coinbase here, COIN. Again, folks, I just look at it this morning. It has options on here that, by all accounts, I mean, that's going to change today, right? But the implied volatility is not that was not that awful. I mean, it was below 100, it was 85 or something. But now, obviously, here the stock itself, Coinbase, is down minus 7.7% thereabout. So these options are going to become super expensive here in the next 30 minutes or so, as we are currently 2 minutes away from 6 a.m. Pacific time in Southern California, where I'm coming to you live today on Wednesday, very wild Wednesday, May the 19th, meaning that we are going into 9 a.m. Eastern in Toronto and in New York City, and we give our usual shout outs across the pond, across the Atlantic, to the beautiful city of London, where they are approaching. I'm not sure if the time change will be happening next weekend or it has happened, but should be 1 p.m. thereabouts in London. So, well, I should know, right? I have an app that can give me the world clock. London is currently approaching 2 p.m. Sorry about that. So 2 p.m. in London, and in Douala and London, they are on the same time now. I think that happened like within a week, or I don't know, 6 months or so. So here in Los Angeles, it's 6 a.m. Pacific. So, and we are watching a live day trading where we are showing you the option chain for coin. You can definitely trade, and this one is one of those strategies that, I mean, since this thing moved like I don't know. We have already highlighted those choices. So you can, strangles will be the way to go about taking advantage of these volatilities on here, right? So meaning you can day trade it, and then if you want to carry the position overnight, you set up strangles. A trader asked me yesterday that, hey Telex, is it, well, not, it wasn't a question, yeah, it was a question, but the statement started with the fact that, hey, we can lose money even when we are holding a strangle, meaning a put and a call. Absolutely. The scenario will be that the stock is not moving really in either direction, and that has been the case Mondays and Tuesdays. There were a lot of stock doing that. That's where for us, remember yesterday we said that patience is definitely key. In that scenario, what will be helping us, you and I, identify those things. The market open, let's say within the first hour and a half, max all the way to 11 Eastern. The market open at 9:30 Eastern, as you know. The stock is not posting a brand new high or a brand new low. That's a sense that, okay, well, we just park it. And yesterday was such a case for me until, let's say, I think at the afternoon, where there was some movement on there. Most of the stock were not moving that much yesterday, but today that's about to change on here. So at least on the break side, I have a slew of stocks on here that I want you and I to be looking at on the chart. But I wanted to start with the crypto on here. So anything Bitcoin crypto related. So coin is definitely one such stock. The other one that we know, I mean, if you are new here on the channel or you just a brand new subscriber, welcome. We appreciate you. This is Riot. Blockchain. Every single morning when we look at the stock that are moving through the tool FinViz, we have seen on either direction. There's no predicting that. That's the beauty of it. But definitely Riot has been on a downtrend, and the stock is now down minus 15% at $21. So congratulations though. Those 21, let's say 21 puts yesterday, they were worth 27 cents. Imagine yourself strangling yesterday the 20, yeah, because here you could tell me, hey Telex, then how do I go about picking the strike price? We have an ATR video that will give you that. I mean, 10% is about right for these things on there. So from 25.56 yesterday to 21, these 21 core puts on here, they are just outside of the money, but they will be appreciating at the rate of 38 cents or 40 cents thereabouts for each dollar that the stock move. This is it here. That's a usage of delta that you can make. Is a good approximation on there. So Riot is definitely one of those. Marathon Digital, we've talked about it on here. Minus 17% this morning at $19. So soon a stock like Mara will fall below our criteria of greater than 20. But I mean, yeah, but it's moving, folks. Meaning when volatility like this happen, right? So you wake up, you're analyzing pre-market, the indexes are down. Let's say in the case of QQQ has been down minus 5% pretty much for the last 2 hours. Okay, I've been looking at the market, yes, for the last 2 hours. That tells you that, okay, there was opportunity on here, because only two scenarios can happen. We continue down and really down. In the case of QQQ, I've always told traders, hey, QQQ is starting at past minus 1%. The next question is, how long before it goes to minus 2%? Right now, QQQ, it's at where? We're going to properly look at the chart of QQQ. I'm just making a point on here. So it imply volatility movement at the beginning of the trading day provide opportunities. How do we go about doing that? If you know how to read a chart, a technical chart, you will know when the bottom is in and the stock start posting higher highs or it continue posting lower lows. That's something that for us, we definitely teach you on here. So we talked about coin, Riot, Mara as a crypto related stock. Really, I mean, you don't need that many. You really need one or two. But there are other stock that the primary business is not crypto, but that will be impacted by that. Oh my goodness, this pains me, because Square is a stock that you guys know. So at least if you have been here with successful trading for a while, this is a stock that I was scrutinizing all of last week. Yeah. It has been doing sideways. This is one such stock that's definitely over the last 4 or 5 days, regardless of taking calls and puts, it was not making money. And then now I can tell. There's no need for me to tell you that. Oh, I knew one. No. a big move was pending. A big move was pending. So, but this move, this is just the beginning of this move, guys. If this is the move that they want you to do, right? So let me switch. So yeah, so Square is another one. That's what we are sharing on here on the screen. PayPal, it's PayPal usually shows a little bit more strength lately. Has been showing more strength, but PayPal itself, yeah, you see. Square is down minus almost 6%. PayPal is down minus 3 point something percent, but it will be impacted by crypto as well. I want to switch gears. Ash, I wanted to start with this on crypto, but now let's really go and very quickly do that we usually do. Look at the lens at the market through the lens of its ETF, primarily QQQ, IWM, XOPs, and the likes. And then from there, we shall take a look at other moving stocks on here. But definitely, Square is a stock that, hey, it's moving big. It's gapping. Yeah, that's the word. That's the technical verbiage, a word that we use on here. So definitely opportunity to make money on there. As I say that, let me take the time on here as we do. Say hello to Mr. Joe from Tampa Bay, the one and only. Beautiful Gates. Good morning, sir. Miss JLo. Glad to see you. Excellent. So that was that. Let me create a new duplicate window on here to take a look at QQQ SPY. What are they doing? QQQ, the techs have been under pressure last week, but Friday was like, I mean, that move now in retrospect, right? In hindsight, is like, my God, what was that? I mean, these guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So this candle on the 14th, Friday, because the market gap, right? From Thursday, we have been posting lower lows for the entire week. May the 10th, we closed at 325.76. The low was 325.55, meaning we closed at the low. The next day, it was a green candle, but we gapped down significantly. The low was 319. Then on Thursday, with the 12th, on Thursday, that was Wednesday the 12th, the low was 316. Then on the 13th, on Thursday, the stock market QQQ didn't move that much. I mean, indecision on there, but at least showing as if support was put in. Even though we can see now, I can tell you that now, really from this level where we are, if we post in the pre-market here is at 316.86. The previous low as of the 12 was 316.00. After that, my friend, the next support line is 312. Yeah, that's how you go about doing it. The lower Bollinger Bands are on QQQ on the daily chart are currently at 316.75. So we are starting exactly there. Will they bounce? They have a tendency of doing that. So that will create an opportunity to scalp for calls. But this is all part of being able to analyze a chart. So yes, this gap here on Friday the 14th was definitely like, ooh, yeah. So that gap now, we are below all of those. So meaning QQQ has negated all of the action. I mean, it wasn't bullish really, because yesterday, what did we say yesterday? We said in this pre-market yesterday, pretty much at the very same time, as long as we remain below the yellow line exponential moving average 8, we are bearish. Yeah. And this morning, Lord behold, we are starting almost virtually exactly at the lower Bollinger Band under. So the trend is still bearish on here. Then the previous, back in March time frame, just look left on the chart. It gives you an indication of the levels to look for on here. So we have had 311, 312. That's the next level from here. If we are to continue lower today or tomorrow. I mean, there's today, there's tomorrow, there's still Friday, and OPEX is on Friday. So monthly expiration for everything, meaning that stock that have weekly expiration, yes, they will have the normal expiration this Friday, but there are certain stock that which only have monthly expiration. So for them, trading them this week actually make it like a weekly trade. That's usually a nice angle to use on there. And let me give you no, that GGD is no longer like that, but GGD is a stock that yesterday I missed a trade on it. So put that in your watch list. It's definitely moving. Yesterday it was bullish. I think the 27 calls yesterday, at the time where I pulled the chart up and I was about to pull the trigger, they were like 30 cents. When I looked at it 2 hours later, they were 90 something cents. Yeah, that happened. But this morning is reversing on the other direction. So that's QQQ on here. SPY. SPY was not really correlated to QQQ that much, because SPY as of Friday was actually able to regain the bullish momentum by trading and closing above the EMA 8 and EMA 20. But this morning, it's gapping on here 406. I mean, somebody, you may have heard it in last week pre-market video. Somebody at the time we were last week, let's say last Tuesday or even Wednesday at the beginning of the day, it was my reading of the chart that, hey, we are to be able to come back to 400 on SPY before going up. But the action of last Friday negated that. So now we are back exactly where we were last Tuesday. The 12-year was last Wednesday. Yeah, so that's the stock market for you. Meaning, when it's moving like this, provide opportunities for us to make money in both directions. Very quickly here, IWM. I mean, this one has just been a dog, really. You see this oscillation on here. So yeah, I drew this this arrow to say, okay, will the recovery then push it to the upper Bollinger Band? No, it looks as if it's rejection as of now at the EMA 20, the green line, and we are looking further low. The lower Bollinger Band here on IWM is at 214. Last but not least, how about XOP? This one, we're gonna have fun on this one. So XOP, we said yesterday that it was the perfect time to make the entry for maybe May the 2872 puts, right? They I tracked them. I put some. I think I don't know if I put it all the way out of the bid and ask on it. I didn't get in, or I'm not sure if I did that. But I look at those options yesterday. They were going for 15 cents there, but they're going to appreciate a little bit more here because the stock is down 3 points from 88. So you see how recognizing this trade here, if it works, please, I'm going to make a video on this. I mean, I don't care if I make money of it. But in terms of teaching, right, we told you about how to recognize resistance levels to actually be able to get entry on there. That's another way of getting entry, a good entry price in option trading. So meaning recognizing a resistance level, meaning a price or a range of price at which the stock has previously had a hard time going above, and then taking the hypothesis that it will be rejected again. I mean, there was always the potential that it could definitely burst on the opposite direction as well. So that's those are the ETFs that are moving. Very quickly before I forget, because time is really flying by, earnings. So in terms of earnings, if we quickly go here and do what we usually do. Oops. Okay, so I went to Finviz in case you didn't see, and I just went to my custom, and need to slow down a little bit. So earnings, we want to custom. We want yesterday after market close and today before market open. Then we got 14 stock, meaning we have 14 stock this morning that had earnings yesterday after market close and today before market open, which are optionable and above $20. I'm not even putting a volume in, but very quickly on here, the reason is just for me to bring up two such stock. Yeah, so Target is trading. Oh, it was trading at $213 when I put together that trade on our Discord room. Target, for those if you are new on here, last earning, I believe it was February the 16th. It's again, everything is on a Discord room. We trade a Gangster trade on this one. If you don't know what a Gangster trade is, it's a proprietary strategy that we use here. We teach here successful trading. The puts on those Gangster trade, they went from 8 cents to $1.60. That's over a 20 bagger. I'm not suggesting that that's what's going to happen, but typically for us, when we have a stock that has such history, CVS is another recent indication where my good friend Mr. Ryan told us on Saturday that CVS was having earnings. The only difference that happened was that the previous time we made money on the puts on CVS, this time around, which was like 2 weeks ago, we made money on the calls on CVS. And actually CVS, it has been popping since then. I think we gave you a long-term trade on the, was it the 90 calls or whatever? They are close, folks. The stock traded yesterday at 88 on news that they have a new CFO. That's the so that's there. So Target, the trade is, I can spell out the trade for everybody. So just sometimes I speak too fast and people tell me that hey, they were busy writing down the level for so the target trade, again, the stock market is really bearish, so meaning really inside of our Discord the timestamp is there. I put in this trade an hour ago. It was 8:12 Eastern time, so I was using those levels. So now at least I'm not sure how they're gonna adjust, but I mean our range is wide. So here are the expiration May the 21st on targets. On the put side, we want to look for 195, 197 and a half, 200 puts for 10 cents. Yeah, when the stock was at $213, I was very confident about getting those at that time. I mean, if you can adjust this 10, 15 cents, that's not a problem. And then on the call side, 225, 227 and a half for 10, 15 cents as usual. All right, so let me repeat that target, May 21st, 195, 197, 200 puts. Yeah, what does that mean? If this is your first time here on the channel, it may not make sense, but if we have taken the time to teach you what we are doing with that strategy, then though that will make what that I'm saying will make sense and you will be able to use it. The other stock on here that's had earnings, I believe, was this morning as well, JD. Look at the chart of JD, folks. Look at the daily chart of JD. JD has gone since mid-February thereabout over $100. Yes, over $100. And as of yesterday, for the measly price of $68.25, or this morning, you could get yourself one share of JD. 568,000 shares in pre-market. So that's an gapping down minus 2.38%. That's good enough for us to consider trading it. Yes, it's not a typo. I'm strictly on the put side looking for the 65 puts, because I mean, again, well, the market makers are the one who made me do that, because the next strike price that they're giving me below 65 is 60. That's 5 points. I mean, I'll rather pay, if let's say this I cannot get in for 15-20 cents for the 65 puts expiring on May the 21st, I'll rather pay 30 cents for them, but knowing that, hey, I have a great shot of being in the money today or tomorrow. Yeah, that's how you go about combating the theta decay. 5 points is just too much. Should the stock continue on there in that direction, let's say if it start trading at 66, or definitely you can consider that, and knowing that, hey, you can obviously make that a swing a scalp trade on those 60. But for now, for us, we're focusing on the 65 puts. On the call side, because again, by no means, these markets, we don't know what's going to be doing. A market that starts like this, actually, there are traders who specialize in the fact that, hey, like QQQ is down minus 1.86%. What's going to be happening? Well, the algo could do, they will put in a low, meaning we will trade lower here for the next, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour or what, and then you can spend the day recovering. We have seen that last week. The DAX, for instance, we saw the DAX do that at the same time as the US equity. Speaking of the DAX, just so some of you know that I like to look at the DAX to give me a hint about what's potentially we can get seeing here. The DAX has been strictly bearish from the get-go since very, very early in the US time. You know that they're ahead by 8 hours under. So DAX is currently trading at minus 2.03, just above 15,000. That 50k on the DAX is very, very, very important level. Last week it dipped under on Thursday, right? But then that's the day that it just posted a massive rally after the open. So let's be mindful of that. So did we finish the trade on JD? My apologies. So 65 puts for May the 21st, 15 to 20 cents. And on the call side, 72, 73, 74, we want to get them as cheap as possible because the market is starting bearishly on here. So it will be perfect, ideal for us. Let's say, hey, JD at some point on here in 2 hours, 3 hours, reverse, and we are sitting on very cheap calls that we were able to get for 5 cents or even lower. Yeah, on a day like this, my friend, put a 1 cent limit order on JD and the like, and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? You will get a feel. Yeah, I love buying options at 1 cent, 2 cents. So only good things can happen on there. All right. Well, so just to make sure which stocks. So the stock is summary here on the stock that we talked about. So crypto related stock overall, we gave you that list. Then for regular stock that's linked to crypto, we talked about Square. Square is definitely a stock that we have been looking at for a while now. The other stock that's really has just shown weakness all over the place, and for me it's just a challenge because it's so expensive. The option is so expensive, hard to trade it. But Tesla, my friend, every time that I look at the chart of my watch list or whatever, Tesla just, I mean, it's currently trading at 550. Yeah. It's just for me, it's just a picking up a date for a strike. I want to trade the 400 puts on Tesla, but I don't know. Do I take the end of May? I'm going to figure out something today based on what it does here. But the way that it's starting, Tesla is down over the last month, folks. Tesla is down almost $200, minus 25%. That tells you all you need to know on here. Should this trend continue within the next by the end of the month on here, it could become something else. So that's really a lot of moving parts in the stock market today. On a day like this one, follow the charts. Follow the charts. They will lead us to making money trading options. I wish everybody a great trading session. It's Wednesday. While Wednesday used to be known also as payday, definitely after the first 2 days of Monday and Tuesday not moving, the stock market is moving on here today. So plenty of opportunities to take advantage of it. I wish everybody a good trading session, and we'll catch those of you who are subscribers we'll be posting updates of what we see in the Telex updates Discord room, and you can ask me questions if you have on there. If you are new for the first time here catching this broadcast, maybe check out our offer. I think we posted the link on there, just like Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew sign up. I spoke with him, I believe it was on Monday from the website, because you can chat with me live when you are on successfultrading.com. And I guess he checked us out yesterday. So congratulations, sir. Looking forward to trading with you. That's it for today. I'm going to give everybody 9 minutes, reset the mind, and a good trading session. Bye-bye.